Για τη διακομματική προσπάθεια που έχει γίνει στο Κογκρέσο να εμποδιστεί η πώληση F16 στην Τουρκία, μίλησε στον Sky και την Νικολέτα Κρητικού η ελληνικής καταγωγής βουλευτής των Ρεπουμπλικανών Νικόλ Μαλλιωτάκη. Η ίδια πάντως ζητά από τον Αμερικανό πρόεδρο, όπως θα δούμε, πιο αποφασιστική στάση εναντί ηγετών όπως ο Ερντογάν.
Last summer, you co-sponsored the bipartisan amendment to the NDAA, which would prohibit President Biden from selling or transferring U.S. F16 fighter jets or modernization kits to Turkey if it continues its aggression in the eastern Mediterranean region. Are you concerned by the fact that President Biden and other officials, despite the violations and escalation by Turkey, still support the modernization of the F-16s?
I am concerned, and I think that this is an ongoing issue that we need to be vigilant and educate our colleagues in Congress about what this would mean for our allies, particularly Greece and Cyprus and Israel. What we've done is work in a bipartisan fashion. Congressman Chris Pappas of New Hampshire and Gus Bilirakis of Florida and I worked diligently to get this across the finish line in the House. In fact, it would not have passed that amendment without Republican support. And Gus Bilirakis and I delivered over 60 votes to ensure that that amendment got passed. And now we need to work with our colleagues in the Senate to make sure that it makes the final National Defense Authorization Act. And I think it would be very difficult for President Biden to affirm to Congress that such equipment and jets would not be used against Greece.
Do you think that the United States has done enough to hold President Erdogan accountable? Even after his meeting with President Biden, he was aggressive against Greece.
Yeah. Well, I think what we're seeing is weak foreign policy from our president. We need a stronger leader who is willing to push back and call out these leaders who are simply trying to put together their empires, their ancient empires, right? You see it with China and in the South China Sea and its aggression with Taiwan. You're seeing it obviously with Russia and Ukraine. And now you're seeing it also with Erdogan and his rhetoric relating to the Greek islands. And so I think what we need is a stronger president who is going to make sure we're putting America's interests first and also the interests of our allies.
In case of a deeper escalation between Greece and Turkey, how should the U.S. Congress and the U.S. officials in general act?
I think we need to work with our NATO allies to ensure that no member is bullying other members, that we're supposed to be working together toward a shared goal of stability and peace and prosperity throughout our territory. And I think we need to just work to, push back on the administration when they do have proposals such as this sale of equipment. I think the most important thing we can be doing right now is also continuing our partnerships with Cyprus and Greece when it relates to military equipment, as it relates to energy, as it relates to other strategic economic partnerships.